friends. I hope this helped you out in some type of way. When you got a boat and it's got a excess hatch, it'll break loose over time due to the caulking just getting old and wore out, or the vibration from the road trailing the boat here and there, and you'll get the potholes. You'll get the uneven highway. You know what I'm saying? The vibration of construction work, uneven pavement, bumping a curb here and there. So these things may cause your plexiglass and your escape hatch or your access hatch to break loose. So today we're going to do our best to show you how you can reseal it, and it'll be waterproof for maybe another 10 years. Well, we hope so, right? For real. It wasn't leaking, but it was just loose. Half of it was loose. So I got to clean it up and get the old caulking off so it'll make a good seal. But this time, instead of using white caulking silicone or 5200, I'm going to use a black caulking that'll blend in with the black plastic. And I'll show it to you later, what it's called, the name of it. I'm not being paid to sponsor it, but it does work and it holds up for quite a bit of pressure placed upon it. Definitely got to get a good seal, so we clean it off best we can. And the packet says it will cure in an hour, but it takes 7 to 14 days to cure. So let me correct that. It'll dry in an hour, but it takes 7 to 14 days to cure. So that's no problem. But in an hour, after an hour of sitting up, you can put water on it and it won't leak. If you think it's going to rain or whatever. So the important part is to get it done. And we got a few days before it's supposed to rain, about maybe 4 days. So that'll give me good time for it to set up and harden. Oh yeah. So this is the second time around since I've had the boat, and I've had it for a long time, to recork this hatch. But like I said, this time I'm putting a stronger sealing on it, because that 5200 eventually, I guess the sun beating down on it and the vibrations of the boat on the trailer, it finally, dried out against this particular plastic and molding that the plexiglass is sitting on. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Don't hang up yet. Stick with me and follow the video out. And I got some good information coming on this video about the importance of a hatch, this type of hatch, the do's and don'ts for this particular type of hatch. So hang in there with us and follow along. Captain Fox ain't stirred you wrong yet. You got in the comments what else I could use to seal it. Hit me up in the comment. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. We're going to put the bag on you because it helps our channel to be rotated through the system, and it can help other people see the video, and it could help them as well. And if you like to share it with somebody that got a boat with this type of hatch on it, You know what I'm saying? That'll be great too. So now we're putting a bead on it, on the top. We already sealed it, the contact, the plexiglass to the black molding, the frame. So now we're going on the top, on the outside. We didn't do that before. And putting a bead in the crack around the whole glass. And then we're going to smooth it out with our finger and make sure the crack is full. And that way water can't seep down in there as well, or snow. But normally when it's snow in the winter, we got the boat covered up with a nice boat cover. But anyway, we got it sealed, like I say, to the frame, plexiglass to the frame. And now we're sealing up, which we didn't do before, the crack. I call it a crack, but it's just the track of plexiglass sitting down into the frame. It leaves a little gap. So we filling that gap up as well so water won't go down in that trench around the plexiglass. So when the rain hit it or we washing the boat, the water just bead on off, right? It won't be sitting there standing in that little groove. You heard me? Oh yeah. So that's what it's all about. So we're going to do that. And you know what? I just thought of something. Once this cure, I may come on back and do it through the top again. Just for safety precautions. But do it neatly, you know? So it don't look all jackleg. Look somewhat professional. Smooth it out. You know, once it cure, smooth it out real good and put another layer on it. And I guarantee you, she'll be ready for another 10 years. I should live so long. I don't know. I got a hatch almost like this access hatch in the shed that's in very good condition. It's not new. It was on a boat I had before this one, a cuddy cabin boat, and it wasn't cracked or anything. I mean, it's all you gotta do is wash it, clean it up, and it looks good. But this is original equipment. This access hatch came with the boat, so I just want to leave it on there. And if this don't work, like I say, by the end of the boating season this year, if it pops loose again, then I'm going to just go ahead and put the other hatch on there. And I'll video that, and you can see what I had to do to take this hatch off and put the new hatch on. But for right now, for contents purposes, we're going to go ahead and seal this up and let you know. Once it cures, say in 2 more weeks, I'm going to come back with the water hose, or when it's thunderstorm and it's raining hard, I'll be inside the cuddy and we'll see if any water coming in and how it sounds. That'll work. That'll be a test, won't it? Yeah. But like I said, I'm trying to make it nice and neat and conform with conformity all the way around. And that way it don't look jackleg out on the water. You know, you want to keep a nice, clean looking boat, even though it got some age on it. But the point is, it don't sink. It ain't like a car. You know, a lot of people look at boats like they do cars and trucks. But the boat is not like that. You can get a boat that's 25, 30 years old, 15 years old. The hull's in good condition, and you put a good motor on it, or it has a good motor, and it's seaworthy, man, please, you can enjoy that just like you would a brand new boat. It ain't like no car, you know. That's strange, isn't it? A car can be looked down upon when it's like 10 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old. Like, man, you got that old car, man. Better go and get you the update version, you know what I'm saying? You ride around in a 2015, you better get you a 2025. Yeah, with all the new bells and whistles on it, you know? But a boat ain't like that. For real. You don't have to do that with a boat. Because most people can look at a boat, they don't know what year it is. And if you keep it clean, keep it in good condition, and the style on it, the design on that boat, man, come on. You got something to be proud of. And then a car, like I say, a car on the other hand, you wait till what, like 15 years old, people looking at you kind of strange. You got that old car, but I got the new version, you know. He got the old Toyota, 15 years old. I got the new Toyota. Mine's 6 months old. I'm styling and profiling. And then you keep that car for another 5, 10 years. All of a sudden, that's an antique. And then everybody want it. Oh, man, look at that old car, man. I sure like to have that. Yeah, I understand.
All
My
right.
young buckaroo.
Done.
You want this old car? This an antique. Yeah, man, they don't make them like that no more. But when that car was 12, 15 years old, they won't say that about that
Thanks for
car.
watching.
You ever give it some thought?
Don't forget to
I
subscribe
don't
if you
know.
haven't. Might give you some ideas. You don't have to use the color I used or the type. I'm not sponsored by these, but it's a DAP product, and it's called Dynaflex Ultra Advanced Exterior Sealant. Yep. And it's Weather Max technology. That's what it says on here. So, like I say, you want to make sure when the waves come over and hit this excess hatch, water don't go down into the boat. You definitely don't want to be riding down in the ocean or the river or the bay with this hatch open. Not even a little bit to let some air flow through. For the simple reason a rogue wave come and water start going in the boat, definitely help you sink quick. That's just common sense. So stay informed for that. Take notice of that. You want to be hard-headed, that's on you. But just a tip from Captain Fox. Keep it closed when you're rolling down the river or the ocean or the bay or the lake. You never know. That's my tip for today. And remember, enjoy your life. Don't worry about the haters, because they're going to always be out there. Remember that old song? They smile in your face. Who are they? The backstabbers. Peace. Have a great day. See you next time. As you can see, the boat has access hatch. Some people might call it emergency hatch. Some boats, depending on the company that made it, it's not a walk around, so you can walk on the outside on either side and get to the anchor. Some boats, you got to come down in the cuddy and crawl out the hatch to get to the anchor, to lower the anchor and retrieve the anchor manually. And it's called an access hatch. Like I said, some people call it emergency hatch. But keep in mind that it can let air flow in and keep water out. That's the main thing, is to keep the water out. So when you're underway, again, I highly suggest that you do not leave that hatch open if you're on underway. And that means if you're going through the water, either on the bay, the ocean, definitely keep it closed on the ocean, and the bay, and large lakes as well, and rivers. Because once water start flowing in that hatch, you done, my man. You done. For real done. Bloop, 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 bloop. To the bottom. For sure, for sure. So it's not designed to run actually open, but people do. And you've seen it for sure. So let's be safe. As well as these portholes for ventilation. You can open them up in this boat. And a lot of boats you can open them up. I know it's a hot day, but like I say, you're on the water and you're rolling. You don't know what may happen. Somebody may swamp you from the side, or a rogue wave, and the boat tilt over, and here come the water in the hatch. So you got another problem. Or if you start to sinking, and that's another major access for water to get in. You got one of these windows on either side, and that's also called, in boating terms, a hatch. Hatch. Okay? For those that can't understand my southern drawl. But we're just trying to make it clear, for sure. All right, that's another tidbit from Captain Fox. And like we always say, the old guys used to say back in my younger days, I got bread and cheese, but I don't have any bologna. I got what you need, I just don't have it on me. So be peaceful. Make sure that you say your prayers. That's what I'm going to say. Man, you sound like you're talking to a child. No, for real, for real. Stay prayed up in this wicked system of things. For sure. And we catch you next time. Fox out.